Hi guys, it's me, Sassamifrass, and welcome to episode 27 of Psychics RSV Please, the XCOM 2 Let's Play, where we aim to get the most powerful psychics as quickly as possible, as many as we can. Speaking of psychics, we'll go with Void Rift again. I'm probably going to follow the same skill building process for each psychic, because really, the key ones I care about are Domination, Void Rift, Null Lance is pretty good, and not Stasis, but the other one that lets people keep one hit point if they get given more damage than they actually have hit points. Everything else is just a bonus.
We've made initial contact with the Resistance operatives working in this area, Commander. They're going to show us how to get into the Alien Forge facility.
Well, I guess it's time to check out the Alien Forge. And who have we got? More Andys, Shield Bearers, and Enemy Unknown. I honestly think, I know I've said this the last 3 or 4 missions, but this is probably going to be the Sectopod, because I don't think there's many enemies we haven't met that aren't Sectopods at this point. We're definitely going to meet some heavy mechs, so definitely want a few specialists along, I think. Alright guys, as you can see, I wasn't kidding when I said I was going to bring along a couple of specialists. Like I said, I'm pretty certain there's going to be a Sectopod. If I'm wrong, we know we've got some heavy mechs, so having along this many specialists should come in handy for us, especially given one's devoted to healing anyway. And yeah, going to bring along one lower level unit with Freeman, but everyone else is pretty leveled up, so should be able to handle it.
As far as we can tell, this forge is some sort of alien production facility, most likely tied to that stuff we found at the Black Site. Advent and the alien forces won't be happy to see us, so expect heavy resistance. We have to do whatever it takes to find out what's going on in there.
Alright guys, here we are on the mission to investigate the forge. As usual, I'll stealth forwards until something interesting happens, so I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, welcome back guys. So it didn't take long. We found another Andy and a Snick, so they've also started to walk towards us while I was setting people up, so we pretty much have to ambush them this round. There's not a lot of choice there, which is fine by me, because I'm going to try a domination on the Andy again, because I just love having a handy Andy. And yeah, I'm going to set up an Overwatch with a couple of other people first, so we can hopefully take out the Snake at the same time. And maybe save one of the specialists, so that if we get desperate we can take out the Snake with a combat protocol. Although, really, I shouldn't need to do that at all. So perhaps we should just Overwatch everybody. Might want to move Fry up though. I do want to keep him hanging back for the most part. But he's got full cover there, so he should be fine. Alright, so now we just need to Overwatch everyone who isn't Kasumi.
I'm on it.
I'm watching. I'm always watching.
Alright, let's give it your best shot. 100% to get the Snake. 85% for Andy. That's fine. And we're in.
Our movement apparently is not across the galaxy.
Alright, didn't need to worry about that combat protocol. Now we're going to trigger anyone else with Andy. Looks like no. But it does sound like there's going to be a mech in our future. Alright, now, given where Andy is, we know we're safe to move people up to at least this point. Well, relatively safe.
I'll keep him busy. You slip around back.
Now let's actually use Bender's scanning protocol for a change, because I never, ever do. Oh, it's only got the one charge. Well, that's fine. Oh, okay. It actually just expands the range. See, because I use it so infrequently, I was thinking it was still working the same way it did in the first XCOM game. Okay, well, let's give it a go. Yes, I am aware there's an Andy there, thank you. Oh well, this means we should be safe to move up and overwatch everyone into this area without fear of ooh, what have we got? Something we can't see. Given there's 3 points of armor on that one, I'd say that's probably the mech. Oh, who has 16 health? An Archon. That's probably an Archon. And then some probably trooper with 8 health over there. Okay, so what have we got between us and them? There's some nice full cover down here. And we can also get some high ground up on the top of this part of the facility. So that's probably the way we want to progress forwards. Alright then. So again, keeping Fry a little bit further back from the action. Freeman is our melee unit. We'll get him a little closer than everyone else. I won't worry about it.
I'm a track star. I'm amazing.
Should be fine to go up to there. Yep. And Zoidberg, we definitely want to head to high ground. Even if it's just him on the roof, that should be really good for us. Maybe Andy should head up to the roof as well, although he'll break a lot of stuff, won't he? Maybe not. Let's just get him overwatching. Oh, okay. Never mind. Oh really? Officers have 16 health. Advanced officers. Alright, well, not an Archon. I can't even remember if the Archons were actually part of this map anyway. I wonder if we can acid bomb both of them. We can. Well, that seems worthwhile. So, not the greatest that we triggered those guys with Andy, but as long as we keep everyone in cover, we should be okay. Now, Waffy's combat protocol... Oh, she can, actually. She could take out that elite trooper. Oh, it's the shield bearer who's hiding. So he's probably going to try and give everyone shields next turn, rather than attack. I think it might be better just making sure she's in decent cover. Yeah, we'll just give her this tree.
I'm on the move.
And just go straight up. Whoops. Take out that one unit, just so that we reduce the amount of fire we're under next round. Because we do have 4 combat protocols to use on this mission, so even if there is a sector pod waiting for us, I'm not going to panic about it too much. Oh. Well, that was a waste, wasn't it? I didn't realise they were going to take another round of acid burn at the beginning of this turn. I thought they were going to take acid burn after they'd moved. Well, you tried. Okay, they're going for Zoidberg. Now, are you going to do your annoying shield thing? Yes. That's fine. Okay. So no one's taken any damage yet. If we use Soulfire with Kasumi, we can just go straight through his armor, which works for me.
Lights out.
She can stay in full cover there. We're not on a time limit. Now, will that unmark Zoidberg? He might have only been marked for that round anyway. Okay, Freeman. Yes, I'm aware Andy's there, thank you. Alright, so with his shields, he now has 15 points of damage we need to do to him. if we want to go for the guaranteed melee hit, at most we would take out his shield, which is a bit annoying. Might be worth taking out his cover before we do anything else. Now, can Zoidberg actually see the shield bearer? He can't. Okay. So Zoidberg's gonna have to move no matter what we do. So let's get him set up now. 62% chance to hit. Okay, so if we take out cover, I didn't bring a Grenadier on this mission, which, yeah, I know. But I was a lot more keen for the specialist, because I'm pretty certain that unknown enemy is going to be a sectopod. Looks like we want to move Freeman first so the Bender can take his cover. I think I don't want to go the sword option.
Let's go.
Because I can hear something stomping. It's probably a sectopod. And we don't want to trigger that while we're still dealing with this guy. But Freeman can take out his cover here.
Explosives keep my options open in a way nothing else can.
It's true. Did that take out his cover? It looks like it didn't. Maybe we should have brought along a Grenadier. Oh well. Now Fry can move up. He does have eyes on that guy here. But a pretty low chance to hit. I'm not sure what our chances are that the shield bearer will actually leave that cover next round. But we're probably better off overwatching.
Okay, Dork. That's affirmative.
And I don't believe the shield bearers carry grenades, but I'll avoid clustering anyway. Man, it is kind of tempting to combat protocol him, but again, I would like to save the other ones for the sectopod. Ah, such a rookie mistake to use it up on that last round, though. I really shouldn't have done that. Yeah, we've still only got 62%, so I don't know if it's worth wasting lightning hands on it and not having access to it for a whole 2 rounds. I think we're better off continuing to overwatch.
Anna, that's my special.
Okay, so it's just Andy and Bender? Yes. Great that we're able to get an Andy so quickly. And as usual, we've got the 2 mimic beacons. I should get around to building the 3rd one now that we've had our last mission
He shall taste the lash of the hickory switch.
in the previous episode. It's tempting to put Andy out in no cover, just so that we could, we wouldn't be able to get a flank this round anyway. Because he's pretty tough, he can take a lot of hits. But at the same time, if he moves too much further up, we might trigger a sectopod. If there is a sectopod near us, it's probably among these trees, or these trees. Because we've got a clear view up to the facility there, and I doubt it would be sitting directly on the bridge. I think that'd just be a bit of a weird spot for a pod, but, you know, I'm prepared to be proven wrong. Ah, now is Andy? He is. He's just going to walk in a straight line through all that cover, destroying it. If I move him there. Really, Andy? Really? That's what you want to do? Just want to path him so that he doesn't break up stuff we might actually want to use. Yeah. That should be fine. Yeah, looks like he's best off overwatching as well. I mean, worst that shield bearer can do to us next round shot, we're all in full cover, or he can run off to join another pod. And he's going to... Yep. actually hit Zoidberg. I didn't see any damage. No, it looks like it was a miss. Alright, well we should not have any problems dealing with him now. Ah, okay, it just took a round for his cover to be blown. Well, that's fine. Between everyone here, we should be able to get rid of him. Or just Freeman.
I bet you guys
I bet they
suck
do.
at chess.
Alright then, let's start moving everyone up. And if nothing happens in the next round or two while I'm moving people up, I'll skip through as usual, so I'll see you guys shortly if that's the case.
Where are you hiding, you coward? Get out here and get murdered like a man!
Well, there we go, guys. There's a sector pod. So it's going to have 32 points of damage required to take that down. It's walked into where we can see, but it hasn't seen us yet, which is pretty awesome. So, judging on where it is now, I don't think Zoidberg's going to be able to get a shot at it from this roof. Probably not. I think that'd be out of his range. So we're probably going to have to move Zoidberg up, along with everyone else. Although it's clearly patrolling, so whether the sector pod moves back this way again, or whether it continues to head over to this side of the map, might change our strategy a little. Because we can probably all take shots at it from these trees. Certainly, we should be able to combat protocol it from those trees. But I'm a little hesitant to get too close until we've moved absolutely everyone up to at least this point. So I might actually just cluster everyone for this round. Do some reloading.
Go! We'll cover you!
And we'll see what
Heading to
direction the
that
sector pod
location.
walks in next.
Scanning.
Yeah, I'm not even going to move Freeman up. I just don't want to trigger it yet. So he can just reload.
No one hides from me.
And in line with our future strategy, let's get Zoidberg a little closer.
Emma, that's my special.
Technology shall taste the lash of
Okay,
the
so where's
hickory
it going?
switch!
I can't pan around until the alien activity is done, so... Okay. Oh, nope, it has continued to move towards the center of the map. And given it's still facing that way, it's probably going to keep patrolling that way. Plus side, it looks like there's no other units accompanying it. Or if they are, they're fairly spread out. So let's try moving everyone up. We'll see if we can avoid triggering it this round. And again, I'll cut out the footage if nothing interesting happens over this
Okay.
round. We'll go for the trees next round.
Moving to Overwatch. Okay, Jordan.
Why? I'm watching. I'm always watching.
Yes, sir! Sirty, sir!
Okay guys, in that last enemy action, the sectopod has moved, but it's moved far enough that we can't see it anymore. Odds are it continued right, but we can't be certain. But we do know it's coming, so let's get up to these trees and see what we can see. Nothing triggered yet.
Go! We'll cover you. On the move.
Perhaps we'll use Wuffy's scanning protocol as well. That way, if it's on this left side, at least we'll know. Okay. Oh. We just didn't have eyes on it before, but it is in fact there. Good to know, good to know. Now, despite the fact that we can see the sectopod there, apparently this is still full cover. Which is fine by me. I'm not going to complain about extra full cover. I wonder if this will trigger it. Yeah, let's see.
Let's go.
No.
I'm ready.
Perhaps
I'm
in
ready.
order to make them slightly less horrifying. Oh, that triggers it.
See, this is how it starts. First with the jokes, then comes the heavy stuff.
Alright, so it's going to be 3 enemies then.
Are you kidding me?
Probably. Oh, apparently the sectopod did not care about that whatsoever. It was quite happy to just leave that one alone. That's fine with me. We've got a pretty good chance to hit. Oh, 65%. Let's decide what to do with Zoidberg in a second. Who have we got left? Andromedon, Bender, and Zoidberg. And no active sectopod. I guess he was too far back. Well, what can you do, Andy? Andy could take that guy out in a single shot, although his accuracy is pretty bad. Or Acid Bomb, which would take him out. Would actually just completely take him out, because he'll take the initial minimum 5 points of damage, and then he should take probably 2 or 3, I think, points of damage at the beginning of his turn. Now that I know that it's at the beginning of their turn and not after they've taken a move, that ability suddenly becomes a lot more appealing to me. Before anything else though, let's move Andy up. So I guess the question is... Oh, what? Oh, apparently that tree means that he's now invisible to Andy? Apparently? Look at that. He can now only see the Elite Trooper, even though the Archon is literally there. Because that makes sense. It's very sensible. So I guess we're going to vomit acid. Well, that's fine with me. Alright, well, in that case we should probably just overwatch with Zoidberg. Because 30% chance is just not even worth discussing. Alright, so we're not going to trigger the sector pod from here. But we will get into a better position for next round. So let's overwatch with Bender.
Look, Howard! Wait for me!
He tried. Are you going to join the sector pod and trigger it? Yes. That makes sense. That's what I'd do if I was a tiny trooper. Look at him.
The aliens used this to defeat most of Earth's heavy conventional forces. It can punch through armor just as easily as it chews through infantry.
No, it's adorable. Maybe we should try haywire protocoling it. I mean, let's just see what our chances are. Because that would be pretty entertaining. Having 2 enemy units under our control that basically just smash everything in their way. 33%, maybe not. You know, I don't even know if it's worth trying to shut it down. Because A, 65%, and B, I reckon we can take it out this turn, so why bother using it up? We know we're going to get a heavy mech at some point from the Shadow Chamber report. Now, how much will Combat Protocol do? About 7 to 8. Yeah. Will capacitor discharge hurt the trooper as well? Let's see. No, the trooper has moved fairly far back. Alright then. Now, do we want to move Bender at all? It might be worth moving him up. Although he doesn't get full cover in any of these other spots. Then again, he's unlikely to deal with a sector pod. It should be dead, right? Right? Yeah. Let's just go straight through that armor. Probably short of Brenner. Wow, that's a bit sad. Brought a Grenadier instead of Freeman. I just really wanted to bring Freeman, okay? And we're just going to repeat the exact same action with Wuffy, although apparently she has no line of sight to the sector pod where Bender was standing, even though Bender had line of sight according to this icon, which is weird. I'm just going to assume that once she is standing there, everything will be fine.
Moving to designated position.
Everything is fine. Let's take out another 7 to 8 points. Alright, it's now down to essentially half health if you don't count the armor, which we are going to need to count because there's a lot and we don't... Unless we use a grenade, we're not going to be able to shred any of it. Actually, no. That's a good point. Andy shreds armor, so we should take a shot with him. 80% chance to hit's not great, but he's got full cover. I mean, 80's pretty good, but I'm fussy. Alright, shredded 2. We're basically going to ignore that trooper because he is not anywhere near enough of a threat to us compared to what the sector pod can get up to. Alright, get Fry out so he's not flanked anymore. 80% chance to hit again. Let's go for it.
Finally! Sweet justice! Sweet
Justice is sweet.
justice!
Now you can only get to Andy, can't you? Yes. What's your chances like from there, Freeman? I wonder if it'd be any better if he moved up here. Probably not. I don't think the angle would be particularly improved. So it's probably just worth taking a straight up shot with him. But maybe we'll go with Zoidberg first. We do still have lightning hands. Although really, at best it's going to do 2 points of damage. On the other hand, yeah, actually if he does even minimum damage to the sector pod, it'll die. So we may as well just use the sniper rifle.
Aliens, come out to play.
I'll keep you busy. You slip around back.